Okay, guys, we're back in class. Happy Monday. At this point, you should have submitted both the pros and cons chart and the annotated packet of the topic of your choice on Google Classroom. Okay, if you have not submitted those two things, you're a little bit behind, so please get those in as soon as possible. Today, we're going to talk about how to write an effective thesis statement. Okay, the thesis statement is the most important part of your paper. Without an effective thesis statement, your whole paper falls apart. Okay, so a thesis statement should reflect the side of the issue that you plan to discuss in your paper. A thesis statement should have 3 to 4 reasons that prove your argument. These 3 to 4 reasons will then turn into your body paragraphs. Your thesis statement should come from the evidence you have gathered from your sources. You should not use phrases like I think or I believe in your thesis statement, okay? And the reason for that is that it sounds like an opinion. It sounds a lot stronger if you say, high school should start later because a later time decreases student dropout rate, increases student productivity, and improves health, as opposed to if you say, I think high school should start later. That's the reason there. So please do not use phrases like I think or I believe in your thesis statement. Another note about thesis statements is that they should always be the last paragraph in your introduction. So I'll say that again. 2 things to note about thesis statements is that they should always be the last sentence in your introduction and they should not use the word I. Okay, and the reason we're starting with thesis statements is it is the most important sentence in your entire paper. So we're going to work on that first before we do anything else. Okay, so here's an example thesis statement right here. This is from a paper that's about high schools starting later. So the thesis statement is this. High school should start later because a later start time decreases student dropout rate, increases student productivity, and improves students' health. Okay, so from this thesis statement, you can easily see the 3 topics that are going to be discussed in this student's paper, and these are going to become the body paragraphs. Okay, so the first reason, decreases student dropout rate. The second reason, increases student productivity. And the third reason, improves students' health. So from this example thesis, the reader can clearly see exactly what this paper is going to be about. It's going to be about high school starting later, and the reasons provided, body paragraph 1, decreases student dropout rate, body paragraph 2, increases student productivity, and body paragraph 3, improves student health. Okay, that's the way to do it. This is a really good example of a thesis statement, and I've wrote out the answers here for you. Okay, so we're going to take a look at some other thesis statements, and I'm going to tell you if they're good or bad and why. Okay, so we're going to look at this thesis statement to see if it's done well or done poorly. Okay, so this one, high school should start later because students like to sleep in. While this may be true, this is not an effective thesis statement. This is an X. Okay, and the reason this thesis statement is poor is because it only provides 1 reasons that high school should start later. Okay, it only provides 1 reason that high school should start later. Your thesis needs to have 3, maybe even 4 reasons, depending on your research. Okay, so this would be a failing thesis statement. This would be no good. Okay, the next one, high school should have later start times because teenagers need more rest than young children. Later start times decrease academic achievement, and it will improve students' mental health. Okay, this thesis statement is effective. This one gets a check because it provides 3 reasons why high school should start later. Again, this thesis statement is effective. It provides 3 reasons why high schools should start later. Okay? The third one, I think high school should start late because it will help students do better in school and improve their mental health. Okay, this thesis statement is poor because it uses I. Okay, I do not want to see this type of language in your thesis statement. Okay, this is a poor thesis statement again because it uses I think. Okay, and it makes you sound uncertain. And when you're writing about a topic that's opinion based, you want to convince your reader why you're right. And if you say things like I think, it's just not as convincing. Okay? So, your task for today is to craft your own thesis statement. Okay? You're going to take a look at the pros and cons charts and decide which side of the argument you will support and what your reasons will be. You want to pick the best possible reasons to support your stance on the issue. You're going to record your thesis statement by answering the Google question on Google Classroom. Your thesis statement is going to be graded, and I will provide feedback. Okay, so I'll say that again. Your thesis statement is going to be graded, and I'm going to provide feedback on it. So please do your best work and follow the guidelines I've outlined in this video. Okay, if you have any questions, you can email me or message me on Classroom, although email, I'll probably get the message a little sooner. Okay, keep up the good work. Be sure to keep up with the assignments. And again, your task for today is to post your thesis statement on Google Classroom. I hope that everyone is doing well and is happy and healthy. Talk to you soon.